Hi there and welcome back to Dragonfall. I am Byron and we are still in Kreuzberg, or Kreuz Bazaar, and we have a truckload of objectives. First of all, we have to go down here and resolve a situation in the sewers. I hope that we don't really need... we should meet with Frau Müller before leaving the Kreuz Bazaar. Okay, I have to do that apparently before I can do anything else. Okay, so let's look around some more. I wanted to go into the sewers because apparently it's quite easy to go. Well, just 500 million probably means it's not a proper Shadowrun. Anything to say, Absinthe? No. Where is the elf? Here. No, nothing new. Fine. So what about you, Kami? Hey Kami, I want to talk to you. She looks up from her comm, idly blowing a gum bubble and quickly popping it. Hello again, I hear you've been busy. Gossip travels fast, doesn't it? It's not gossip, it's work. Survival, really. What makes it that you need to survive working like this? Well, you know, Altuk always says if you do not spy, how will you know who's boss? She waves her hand as though to excuse the poor memory. Her poor memory, or something like that. I'm just a kid, what do I know? Intel is important, but that should be a lesson for when you're older, don't you think? Kami puffs up indignantly, and you realize how young she must really be. She couldn't be out of her teens yet. What does that mean? Chill, I only meant that it can be a hard life for a kid. She grows quiet for a moment, briefly looking down at her shoes before looking you straight in the eye. Yeah, it can be, but it's better than some other lives. Alto gave me a good job and I'm super grateful for it, which reminds me, I should get back to it. See you later? She lazily tips an invisible hat at you before returning to the comm at her wrist. Okay, do we get anything in here? My bosses aren't happy about what happened to Volker Stahl. Next time we ask you to do a simple task, consider the monetary and professional rewards before choosing to kill unarmed figureheads. The money wasn't worth it, he had to be stopped. One chapter house isn't going to make a dent in Humana's strength in the city. In fact, it will only make the rest of them even more bloodthirsty. The fact that an elf was responsible is just icing on the cake. They'll print up some new propaganda and paint themselves the victims. Now, do we have any other business to discuss? See you around. Well, I can only take it down one at a time, so I guess you have to excuse me. Oh, here's Blitz. Blitz's eyes widen when he sees the drone that you're carrying. He looks anxious. Hey Chief, how's it going? I found this drone in a hotel vault. Does it belong to you? Yeah Chief, that's mine. I didn't want to say anything at the time, since it was my idea to have you loot the vault in the first place. What was it doing in there? It's my personal drone. Good to have something to hide behind when you're on a solo decking run, you know. Luster took it from me when she seized control of the Schwarze Herzen. I've been hoping to get it back ever since. Hey, I've gotta say, Chief, it hurt me to see her all banged up to hell like she was. Looked like Luster had a few other goons take turns on my baby with a baseball bat. But it looks like you've got her up and running again. How do you manage that? Malit fixed your drone. She says that it won't listen to anyone but you, though. Score, so can I have it back? Sure, it's no use to me anyway. And he's probably happy, and maybe he has a drone now when he comes with us. Blitz seems to have found a home for himself here at Cafe Ketzfer. You find him jacked into a portable terminal, lounging in a haze of applewood tobacco. He appears to be supremely at ease. He lazily turns his head at the sound of your approach. Without a word, he sighs and checks out of the terminal. Hey, Chief, you need something? Just checking in. You doing alright? His smile widens. Great, Chief. I'm doing just great. It's real nice to be able to wind down and relax for a change. No more worrying about this ganger or that ganger sneaking behind me and slipping a knife between my ribs. He slaps the table with a grin. It's a good change, Chief, I've gotta say. Glad to hear it. We are happy to have you on the team. Course you are. He gestures at himself with flourish. What's not to be happy about? Now that you're settled in, I've got some questions for you. Blitz glances wistfully back at the terminal on the table, then turns back with a sigh of resignation. I suppose. But try to keep it short, okay, Chief? I've got things to do. How long were you in Drogenkipper? I ended up there after the anarchist revolution of 39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realize how good I was. How much money I could have made working the shadows. He shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with the gang crowd, and I was dead. You were a member of a drug gang. Why should I trust you? Why wouldn't you, Chief? I mean, just look at me. He does his best to give you a winning smile. I'm a trustworthy guy. Prove it. Tell me about the gang you ran with. Well, I don't know all that much, Chief. I wasn't a member of gang leadership or anything. I'm not really sure why you care either. Consider a test. I need to know where your loyalties lie. He rolls his eyes. If that's what it takes for you to trust me, fine. Anything for you, Chief. Well, where to begin? When I first arrived at Drogenkipper, I spent some time taking in the lay of the land. The Schwarze Herzen were still a pretty small gang, strictly street level, but I could see they were going places. I did a little pro bono decking for their leader, a fat little dwarf named Dieter. Soon enough I was part of the family. For a drug gang, the Schwarze Herzen were decent enough folks. I made a lot of money with them, helped them take the hotel in the first place. We had a lot of good years there. Then Dieter was killed in a firefight and our happy little family fell apart. Was that when the hotel got attacked? Blitz takes a deep breath, shifts his weight from one foot to another. Not exactly. The Schwarze Herzen maintained their hold on Drogenkipper, but the change of leadership was bad news for me. After Dieter kicked the bucket, his second in command took over. She was a real piece of work, called herself Leonie Luster. She had a vicious streak a mile long, and she was none too fond of me. Did she turn on you? Immediately. I don't know why. Maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dieter, back before he ate the bullet. Or maybe she was just jealous of my rugged good looks. Who the hell knows? The point is, she went after me, vigorously. Within 24 hours of Dieter's death, I had a price on my head, and then the hotel got taken over. So that's what you need to know about the Schwarze Herzen. They were a great gang, a powerful gang. I helped to make them that way. But then they had a management turnover and everything went to hell. Blitz rocks back on his feet, his hands in his pockets. That's it, end of story. Anything else you want to talk about? Wait a second, that isn't it. There are some pretty big holes in that story. Come on, boss, that's all ancient history. Wouldn't you rather talk about the future? The runs we're gonna go on and all the money we're gonna make? Blitz, tell me what happened between Luster putting a price on your head and the hotel getting attacked. Yeah, you probably had something to do with that. Alright, Chief, fine, if that's what it'll take to make you happy. So I was in a bind, right? The members of the Schwarze Herzen who were loyal to Luster were all out for my blood, and none of the others were gonna stick their necks out for me. The advantage of being a ganger is protection in numbers. When those numbers turn against you, you've gotta get creative if you wanna stay alive. What did you do? Blitz taps the plastic of his data jack. What I had to. Luster had declared war on me, so I retaliated, and I won. All without ever firing a shot. That's not an answer. Blitz sighs. You won't be satisfied until I spell it out, will you? Okay, fine. I hacked into Luster's computer and sent all of her information to a rival organization. Remember Frank from the hotel? He was my liaison. They hit the Schwarze Herzen and they hit them hard. And they took the hotel. And then they took me. I'll admit that the plan backfired a little. Yeah, you did what you had to do. In your place I'd probably done the same. Blitz lets out a sigh of relief. Thanks, Chief. I knew you'd understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to what I was doing. He gives you a lazy salute. We'll talk later, I'm sure. And Chief, I'm glad to be a member of the team. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he had a lot of choice. He couldn't fight it out with the gangers. He had to use his skills. I'm told you have been quite busy of late, O Wanderer of the Shadows. My street rats tell me that business is picking up. Is that the woman who has taken over for Monica Borgazzi? Who does it look like, your rotundity, the Pope from the Vatican? Give her a Psycav, a big one, and put it on my account. I like the cut of her jib. A large Psycav? My, are you generous? A generous one, Goldschmidt. Are you sure you can afford such a gesture? The fat man frowns. And a scone. I was going to say, and a scone as well. Nothing is too good for her. As you desire, O ample one, the Turk whispers. The man is a moron, but he eats his weight in baklava and pastry, so who am I to care? So what's it would you like? Okay, I take a Psycav, why not? That's it. The special today is Mokka Psycav. Fine, we can't talk to you, then we leave. So, we should go to the Seeker Sword or whatever remains of it. Nothing new here, fine. Hey, let's see what he has to say. How is Alexander doing? He is adjusting with difficulty. Samuel shakes his head. Your friend Dietrich took a chance in sending his nephew to us. I will do my best to justify his faith in me. Nothing new here. Fine. Okay, moving on, doing things. Hey, Simi, what about you? Oh, okay, nothing new. I'd really like to help her. And here we have Frau Müller. Set against the frozen cobblestones of the empty park, Frau Müller looks entirely out of place. She suppresses a shiver and hugs herself for warmth. She appears as Amsel described her, an impressive-looking woman of Atslaner descent, with coffee-colored skin and dark wavy hair. Everything about her screams corporate executive, from her expensive-looking suit to her tastefully understated makeup. She's obviously nervous, but she's hiding it well. She locks eyes with you and hesitates only slightly before speaking. Anya Juliette Laval, I presume? Herr Amsel told me that I could meet you here. He wasn't lying. He said that you had a job for me. She holds her silence for a moment and nods. Yes, I do. In truth, I am in desperate need of your help. Then tell me what you need, Frau Müller. She offers you a small smile. An assumed name, obviously, but I have been told that this is how you people do business. She straightens in her seat and tries on a smile. It hangs there for a second and fades away. She sighs. From my accent, you've no doubt inferred that I am an Aztlaner. Further, you may have guessed who I work for. Apparently Aztec, but I would need the corporate etiquette. I'm afraid that I haven't. Care to fill me in? Ads Technology, the only Aztlan-based corporation operating in Germany. I have been with the company for over a decade. Over the course of my employment, I've worked on a great many projects. From the innocuous to the obscene, my hands have touched it all. Never once did I question the wisdom of our research. Never once did I consider blowing the whistle on my employers. I kept my nose down, worked hard and excellent at the task set before me. Go on, please. Last month I was transferred here from my home in Tenochtitlan. Really? That is an old Aztec city. Isn't that where Mexico City is now? Did they rename it back to Tenochtitlan? Well. Anyways, they told me that an employee of my caliber was needed in Berlin and that I would be working on a project with wide-reaching applications. The only other detail I was given was the name of the project, Bloodline. That doesn't sound good. She looks you in the eye and for the first time you can see the cracks in her composure. She's doing a good job of hiding it, but deep down this woman is terrified. I have seen many terrible things in my life, Anya. In Tenochtitlan, blood magic is commonplace. Take a moment to imagine what that means. In the underground markets, people are bought and sold as chattel. Street children are rounded up and bled like lambs. I witnessed all of these things by the age of 12. She takes a deep breath, then lets it out slowly. Seeing such things, it changes you, makes you numb. But what I found when I arrived here was worse. This project, it horrifies me, Anya, and it must be stopped. Tell me everything you know about Bloodline. She shakes her head. The less you know, the better for both of us. You just have to trust me on that. You need only to know that it is evil, and that it is not a word that I use lightly. If you won't tell me what this bloodline is, how do you expect me to stop it? Simple. She leans in and looks you in the eye. I want you to bring the building down. The computers, the research data, the mages and the scientists that are working to bring about this abomination. I want them all burned to ash and buried in rubble. No compromises and no expectations. No exceptions. Her tone softens. I'm sure that you have unanswered questions, and I am not in the habit of dealing with Shadowrunners. In truth, I have spent the majority of my career living in fear of you people, but I do know that you're the only ones who can get this done. So tell me, Anya, is there anything more that you need to hear from me, or are you ready to make a decision? What about any innocent people in the building? None of us are innocent, Anya. But if you need to solve your conscience, rest assured that at the hour of your approach, the only personnel authorized to be on site will be security and senior members of the research team, and I assure you, neither are innocent in this matter. If the Bloodline project reaches completion, nobody will be safe ever again. This sounds like hyperbole, I know, but it isn't. The Bloodline project will lead to countless deaths. I am certain enough of this to hire you, despite the fact that I am doing so will probably cost me my own life. I'm not a demolitions expert, Frau Müller. How do you expect me to level a building? You don't need to be. All that you need is a competent decker. The facility is powered by a number of on-site generators. There are safeguards in place to prevent them from overloading. In the event of a power spike, the system is designed to shut itself down, but I know how you can disable those safeguards. Once the generators begin to overload, you'll have a limited time to reach a safe distance. The explosion will be quite catastrophic. What can you tell me about building security? Expect it to be tight. In addition to their standard security team, Ed's Technology has taken out a Knight-Errant High Threat Response Team contract to protect the building. Corporate doesn't seem to mind contracting a competitor for emergency response services. That should give you some indication as to the uniqueness of this project. At any rate, I believe that I've come up with a solution to the Knight-Errant problem. I'll discuss the matter with your Herr Amsel if you decide to take the job. Paul Amsel is my representative in these matters. Why wouldn't you tell all of this to him? I had to meet you in person, to look you into the eyes and see the woman behind the name. Now that I've done so, I am sure you are the one that I need. Naturally, I will send any further information about the job to Herr Amsel, provided of course that you do accept. Let's talk compensation. 36,000 Nuyen, as I told your Herr Amsel, that's what I have allocated for the job. That's fair. It's better than fair. I've done my homework, Anya. I've reached a decision then. Yes, and? Okay, I'll take the job. Her face visibly brightens. In that case, it's a deal. I can't tell you how relieved I am, Anya. Thank you for helping me to bring this nightmare to an end. I will iron out the remaining details with your Herr Amsel. He will want to talk this over with you anyway, I'm sure. You're a good woman, Anya. You're saving more lives than you know. This is probably going to end very badly. But we will handle the situation, as we always do. Okay, let's see whether we can go down now. There's probably a monster down there. Okay, assemble a team and head in. Really? Okay. You. And you. We're good to go. Now what? The sewers. A ghostly labyrinth of tunnels and dead-end passageways makes up the network of the sewers beneath the Kreuzbazaar. You climb down the ladder into this shallow underworld and reel at the wave of foul smells that wash over you, clogging your sinuses and saturating your clothing. As your eyes adjust to the light, you find yourself standing at the edge of a narrow channel of murky grey-green water. The rush of churning water echoes down the tunnel. You catch a flash of motion in your peripheral vision, something man-sized, moving fast, flitting across the front of the tunnel. You strain your eyes to see it, but to no avail. The thing, whatever it is gone. Don't worry, we will find it again. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we have to fix a few water pumps. Shouldn't be the biggest problem. Ah, what do we have here then? Can you go over here? Oh, we have a drone now, see? Nice. Pump number 1 operations control. What's the status? Pump 1 has stopped. Analysis. South turbine water flow failed. The south turbine has been deactivated. Steady water flow has stopped. Pump test running past. The pump is operational but not receiving full water flow from the south turbine. Pump operations have been rerouted to the facility's central computer system. Okay. Somebody messed with that. The pump has been clogged. Clog cannot be resolved until water flow has been restored and the pump is shut down completely and restarted. Okay, the same here. So somebody messed with that. Shouldn't be the biggest problem. I mean, we have a full team of Shadowrunners in here. We should be able to handle everything. What here? What's that? The turbine is currently powered down. Activate the turbine. Oh. Get your decker to bypass the safety protocols. Activate the turbine. The turbine bursts to life. Very good, that's what I have a decker for. A corpse mangled beyond recognition. That's not a good thing. Oh, guess what? Who the fuck is that? Well, can you haste me? Okay, so that is a ghoul. Okay. Oh no, that's not good enough. Okay. Not enough AP. You activate your adrenaline pump. And start slashing. Missed. Aww, how can you? Aw, boo. Ow, for fuck's sake. That's a lot. Okay, you move over here. And you heal her. Thank you. Missed. Missed. Well, at least a hit. Gotcha. Oh, why did you do that? Oh, I misclicked. Shit balls. Your heal is still on cooldown, eh? I thought so. Aim on her. Oh, boo! Wow, that's amazingly bad. Okay. So let's see. I am wounded 4. You are wounded 13. Gotcha. Wait. You were hurt more badly. I guess, yeah, that was... the damage was done before the 4 damage. That kinda sucks. But anyways, you could actually try to activate your drone. What can you do? Taser. Missed. That's rather unfortunate. 62. Nah. How about you move over here? There's no here's cover to be had. Very nice. Oh, great. So, well. Not enough AP. Because all that you can do is close the distance a little. And you could, I guess, no, can't do that. Increase my aim. And reload. That thing is still on cooldown. Oh, for fuck's sake. This drone is bad. Oh, it died, I guess. So maybe we should heal the drone. Wait, you don't have a thingy? Oh, well, that kind of sucks. I didn't bring a drone repair kit along. That's amazing. This corpse has been eviscerated. Its limbs have been torn clean off, and its ribcage is oddly deformed. The tattered shreds of a blue maintenance uniform hang loosely off of its chest. We search the body. You find a well-worn manual entitled Wartungshandbuch Ausgabe 2042. That means it's a manual in the maintenance manual issue 2042. This book is filled with depictions of turbine and pump cross-sections, tools, and descriptions of maintenance procedures. A few of the pages have been bookmarked with colorful bits of paper. Flip to the yellow bookmark. This page is dominated by a detailed illustration of a turbine cross-section. I have to write that down. Alright. Turbine cross-section 822896. The green bookmark. There are some notes written in the margins of this page, but you don't recognize the language. The only word that you can make out is computer, written several times. Okay. Pocket the book and leave. Okay. So we can't get in here apparently. Let's check the status. Good. Not so good. Decent. Okay. So, well, there's a door here. And a door there. Open it. How do I get here? Oh, wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Fine. So I guess I take cover. Probably a wise decision, right? Feral ghoul? Not too bad. Yeah, you activate it. %43%. Why do you suck so much? Oh, great. Increase her aim. Now try again. Okay. Very nice, you're almost dead. I kinda like that. Oh, for fuck's sake! Why do they always attack the bloody drone? I guess the drone is gone now, or what? I hope I have it again in the next mission. Well, you know the drill. Fire. Thanks. Slash him. You're great. So, well, what could you do? You don't have enough AP for that. There goes the drone. Well, it didn't do us any good anyway, so whatever. Fire. And to turn. Oh, there's another one. Amazing. Well, you know the drill by now. That worked nicely. Reload. And that was that. Restart pump 1. Pump 1 fully operational. Restart pump 2. Blockage detected. Clearing obstruction. Done. Pump restart is completed with success. Running diagnostic success. Pump 2 operational without normal parameters. That was easy. Maybe not. A shambling mound of ragged flesh stumbles toward you. There's a look of desperation in its eyes. Please, don't shoot! The ghoul's breath reeks of rotten meat. We are not like the others. Relax, I'm not going to hurt you. The ghoul's voice comes out in a rasping sob. Thank you, stranger. Considering my condition, I had all but given up hope. Who are you? I speak for the Kreuzbaser ghoul population. The Krieger strain may have ravaged my body. Krieger means warrior. It feebly paws at the grey, pestilent flesh that hangs from its bones, but I have retained my mind. Krieger strain? It nods. Of HMHVV, the virus that has infected us, that has twisted us into this. We are not monsters, ma'am. We are people with an illness, incurable for now, and yet some of us cling to hope. You may think of us as lepers if you wish. Keep talking. We've lived down here under the Kreuzbazaar for years. For all that time, this place has provided refuge from the world above. We traded our labor for sustenance, both for ourselves and for our feral brothers, and we survived. But now our food supply has been interrupted and the feral ones have gone mad with hunger. They are a danger to everybody, even us. You worked for food? Who was feeding you? A doctor, a topsider from your Kreuzbazaar. He kept us fed. The contract guaranteed it. Under the terms of our deal, we maintained the pumps that keep the Kreuzbazaar sewage flowing. In return, the doctor gave us medical waste to eat. With proper rationing, we found that we could get by on what he gave us. The Decker monitored both sides to ensure our mutual cooperations, but with her death, the doctor has reneged on the deal. Without our food guaranteed by the contract, the feral ones have gone mad, and in their madness they have made it too dangerous for us to maintain the pumps. Was this Decker named Monica by any chance? It nods. Yes, that was her name. Doctor? You mean Dr. Etzkiebel? Yes, his contributions kept our community alive, helped us thrive, but now that the Decker is gone, he has demanded payment for our feedings. We do not have money, but he does not care. He tells us that we must find some, or that he will let us starve. You were the reason that the sewer systems took care of itself. Yes, in truth, we would still work for the pumps even without the doctor's payment. We love our occupation. It helps us feel human. But the changes wrought by the Krieger strain require us to eat human flesh. If we don't, we wither and die. Without regular feedings, we will have no choice but to hunt for our food. I think that I have a solution for your problem. Its milky eyes widen. Yes, please, whatever you can do. Our situation is desperate. I'm going to have a little talk with Dr. Etzkiebel. The ghoul nods. Yes, perhaps you can convince him where we could not. We have a comm link provided to us by the Decker. It is a direct line to Etzkiebel's office. It's your call. If you call him, he will answer. Okay, well that's interesting. What's in here though? Open the bloody door. Hey. Well, you probably wouldn't mind if I loot you, if I robbed you blind, right? If I looted your place? No, that would be totally cool, right? I'm sure. And some more Nuyen. And those are not hostile. I guess that's the comm device. Let's see what we can do. You pick up the comlink receiver. It's a custom job cobbled together from a jumble of high-end parts. It reminds you of your mission computer, Monica's handiwork. There's a series of staccato clicks as the connection is made. Dr. Etzkiebel's voice pours into your ear. It is thick with a blend of irritation and insolence. If you are calling me to back again, you might as well hang up now. I've been bled by you people for too long now. There are plenty of chop shops and organ laggers out there who'd pay good money for. You're not talking to a ghoul dog, and I don't beg. Anya Juliet Laval? Keeple tries to hide the surprise in his voice. He doesn't do a very good job. What are you doing on this line, my friend? I just had a very interesting conversation with some of your long-term customers. I don't know what those things have told you, Anya, but they are not customers. They never paid me a thing for my services, and they've been keeping the Kreuzbusser sewers running, Doc. Yeah, well, yes, but I don't know why it's my responsibility to pay them for. You signed a contract. I expect you to honor it. Contracts don't last forever, and you'll forgive me for saying so, Anya, but I can see no good reason to continue honoring this one. My clinic is a business, not a charity. I'm not giving your new friends any more biomaterial unless they pay me for it. Yes, you will. If you don't, I'll reveal your little secret to the people of the Kreuzbusser. His tone is incredulous. Do that, and you'll be getting your ghoul friends killed. The medbuffs will storm down there with their arsenal and wipe them out. Yes, they'll come, but the ghouls will already be gone. You, on the other hand, will not be so lucky. There's a pause. When he speaks again, his tone is guarded. What do you mean by that? The knife cuts both ways, Doc. What do you think that your neighbors will do when they find out that you've been feeding human flesh to a pack of ravenous ghouls for over a year? The whole plan was your friend's idea. Your sainted Monica is dead. This is how I do business. So tell me, what's it gonna be? There's a long pause. Finally you hear a sigh. Tell your friends that I've changed my mind. Their feedings will resume directly at no additional cost. I can't promise the same for your future medical care. Thanks for your time, Doc. Maybe it gets more expensive now. Still, money will probably not be a problem. You're back. I've spoken to Shadowrun. You can expect your regularly scheduled feedings to start up again any day now. Thank you so much, Topsider. This means more to us than you can know. Okay, so that was a thing and a half. So we lost our drone. The question that remains is it permanent or not? Yep. The fresh air of the Kreuzbusser is a welcome relief after your time in the sewers. A cool breeze drifts across the street, carrying with it the smells of food being prepared, cheap alcohol being poured, and fires being lit against the cold. The stench of the sewers, however, still lingers in your nose, a bad olfactory aftertaste. At least the pumps are working again, sewage overflowing into the streets would certainly smell far worse. Now what? Okay. What do you have to say, my friend? Drac, finally. I was worried that you wouldn't come back either, so tell me, what happened? Everything go okay? It's taken care of. You can leave after you give me my money. What about Victor? Your friend isn't coming. I'm sorry. Poor Vic. I don't know how I'm gonna tell his folks. Real close-knit family they were. I found this on his body. Maybe you could give it to them. Hey, thanks, Dale. He turns the manual over in his hands, rubs his thumb over the careworn paper cover. They'd appreciate it. Here's the money I promised you. Okay, so I guess that's the thing. What do we need to do now? Okay, I guess we will take the U-Bahn to Gesundbrunnen next time. Oh wait, can we do something here? 8 karma. I guess I could increase dodge. Very nice. So, oh wait, before we actually do anything, I wanna return to the tech girl. No, she probably doesn't have anything to say about the drone, right? No. Okay. So we will take the U-Bahn, the subway, the underground to our next run in the next video. So thank you very much for watching and see you soon. Bye.